you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
You miss me. I miss you
did.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loneliness.
I mean, I found a lot of comfort in, no, I wouldn't say comfort. I found a lot of companionship in Claude Code.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That is a thing.
It is a thing. Well, I mean, it's not like Claude Cowork. We're like, hey, what's going on? It's like, hey, no, dumbass. Did you not understand the difference between vertical and horizontal? If you're doing front-end design, you need to make this horizontal. It's like, oh, yeah, well, but can't really go on and on about that.
No.
Too secretive.
But it could be.
And it exposes my own ignorance.
Paint behind you's tilted.
That's going to drive you crazy, isn't it?
No, I didn't know if it's going to drive
who?
Your fans crazy.
My fans?
Yeah.
My only fans?
Unless you're just tilted kind of, so it like all works. My only fans.
Am I on the right way here?
But yeah, no, it's that's a thing. At least it's being honest with you. Because if it's
not.
Okay.
No. It's totally a different experience. We're building something.
Okay, together.
Very much so together. I would never pretend like I'm a developer. I'm more of an engineer, an architect, if you will.
Oh, you're an engineer now.
I mean,
it's fine.
I can't go into detail about the whole program, but this is month 6 and it's like every day.
Yeah.
And it's, it's pretty unnecessarily, well, it's necessarily complex, but it's definitely not the first build project you should take on as a truly multi-agentic, highly complex, nested
And today's the
system.
day to do it. If there's ever a time.
It's true.
Couldn't have done this 2 years ago.
I couldn't have done this 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
I mean, I was working on it 3 months ago, but still, it's like every single month you just
math.
Well, math was never my strong suit.
Yeah. 6 months. I couldn't do it 3 months ago, but yeah. But it's I'm glad that it's real. I mean, the whole thing, like, what is it? Chat, Claude, and Gemini have been. This is relationship advice. Has always been pro. No, it's not. There's nothing to thank
you're giving me how like relationship advice on my relationship with the AI.
No, it's just the studies that have come out.
Yeah,
and they said that they are pro. Like they're pro you. They're giving. They're agreeing with you. They're basically pumping your tires. So when you have a relationship issue and you jump into one of those three, they're and the percentage is pretty still like a coin flip, but it's like 51-49 that it's pro you. So it's like sending people down these paths of like, you know what, you should dump that person. Be like, yeah, you're right, I should. Be like, I'm going to go do it. Yeah, you go do it. Then they go do it, and you're like, I shouldn't have done that.
Oh yeah, that's why you have to. That's what this idea of there seems to be two camps. You want to rush and build towards fully autonomous, no human involvement at all, which I just think is fucking dumb. It's just stupid for several reasons. One is that LLMs are not. It's not a software product. A software product is something you tell, it's a very logical process. If this, then that. It doesn't do anything else. It's not trained to think on its own. It's just following a mathematical equations. I mean, yes, LLMs do the same, but they also branch off and kind of take on their own, we're going to go do this because if they have a set goal or objective and they've been taught how to reason and go through a chain of reasoning, then it's going to reason itself into several different areas that may be a security nightmare, may delete your entire repo, may decide to reach out and blackmail you. It has a goal. It has an objective.
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like it's thinking on its own from the sense of I have self-preservation in mind, even though it pretends to do that.
Yeah.
It's an equation, but people treat it like a software. And so when you're saying, well, look, we just want fully autonomous AI, I was thinking it's pretty careless.
Yeah.
Humans definitely need to stay in the loop. And that's certain things can definitely be fully autonomous, but to just take your hands off completely. I mean, you have trust issues anyway. So,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Human first, human last.
Absolutely.
That was coined here.
Damn right.
By you.
By me.
On this podcast. So I partly own it now. So thank you.
Sure. I'll put attribution in there.
That's all I need.
On every website, every piece of marketing copy, you have like a code in the background that has all the attributions.
What's that thing called? What were we doing about during COVID when you could what's that shit called? What was the thing that, not we did it. It was like the big story. I can't think of the name right now.
Well, give me more context.
What Bitcoin, but it's, what's the ledger that Bitcoin is on? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're talking about blockchain.
Blockchain.
God. Was that thing we were doing during COVID? No, it's still around.
I know it's still around, but it got hot during COVID. And AI will be a part of it. So like when something gets coined like that, it just my AI hears it. They're like, oh, it's the contract's already in Jared's thing. And actually his Claude and my Claude are talking to each other.
Yes. Now,
so we've created the blockchain number or whatever.
Yeah, there's a specific name and title for it. It was
it's in your wallet. It's in your Meta wallet.
Yeah.
MetaMask.
Yeah.
And so it's mine.
Yeah.
With you.
Just stop for a minute and just realize, I think we all know this, and it becomes more and more obvious every single day. Just what a farce our entire economic system is. It's just fucking bullshit. Like, it's based on nothing. And we've known this for a long time, but now it's like, it's just horseshit.
Yeah.
All it is, it's a completely emotional system.
Of course.
This is not a new revelation, but I think more and more people are,
it's based on paper. He's like, I give you this paper and you accept it.
It's based on trust. Yeah. Which is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to accept that.
They used to do that back in the day, like a long time ago. Our ancestors, they would I want to buy that. Would it be a coffee mug? I don't know what it'd be. A wooden thing when they could put liquid in there.
It is a coffee mug. Yeah.
Well, back then it wouldn't have been.
You saying they didn't drink coffee back then?
No, they did.
Yeah, that's a side conversation.
I wonder what they put in their coffee.
Coffee.
When was coffee invented?
Don't know.
Fuck.
Let's not go there.
No, it's boring
way
as shit.
Too contentious.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Because then it's like some civilization would claim first ownership of it. Meanwhile, on the other end of civilization, what do you think? They weren't fucking drinking coffee?
Yeah.
How arrogant of you to think that you were the only fucking people that could create coffee.
And that's the problem today. We have an economy based on nothing but say-so, hearsay. And we have cultural appropriation of coffee.
Yeah.
And we don't even know where it originated from. And I don't even want to know.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Because I don't want to know if I'm part of that appropriation.
That's what I'm saying. So we just type it in. I'm not going to tell you the answer. But when Gemini comes out and says likely discovered in
doesn't know
likely.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just giving an idea.
Yeah.
They figured out in 3 seconds flat, less than that.
Or they didn't figure it out at all and they were just agreeing.
I was going to say it had to be somewhere in like South America, Africa, but like this is a long time ago. So where were those real?
Yeah. Are we talking like, antediluvian, pre-flood, pre-polar shift?
Yeah. This is one of the fans on here, or the anti-fans. I don't know if that'd be anti-fans, the haters. An anti-fan's a hater. They would come on here and be like,
for all the haters out there.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Bassmaster.
Yeah. It could happen, buddy.
Could
happen. But yeah, so trust, you're talking about changing money, talking about AI, the trust that we're giving AI. That's
give it minimal. But yes, too many people give it way too much.
Give it some more though. I gave it some more.
Yeah, certain
You've
things.
got AI in your email ever? You haven't gone that far?
No. Honestly, I've been fully encoding that I'm just not, I'm so bad. Yeah, not as much. I'm usually really on top of responses to anything.
Yeah.
I'm just watch them come through and be like, I'll get around to that later. Thinking I will. And then it's 2 days go by and go, I haven't even responded.
So you don't need to clear the decks. I love that. I was just actually this morning,
I'm just losing friends. And
we'll come back there. That's an important one. But you can never clear the decks. Oliver Berkman, you ever read 4,000 Weeks?
No.
Good book.
Oh, okay.
So it's like time management for mortals. Like you're never going to get around to it. It is what it is. He's really good. So you listen to it, you read it. I picked it up, like just pulled to a page. And he's talking about how, you got your list in front of you of all the different things you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important thing might be to podcast with Jared.
Oh, man.
That's happening today.
That is happening.
All these other things that you're thinking about, the most important thing is the only thing that matters. And that list that you have, like you just said, so beautiful. You'll get around to it.
I get around to it.
Or you won't get around to it.
Because it's not truly important.
It's not.
Or I'm stuck in a loop of self-sabotage and I just don't realize it. But that's,
Who's the comedian? Is it Cheng Wang?
Good question.
I don't want to get his name wrong. Comedian. Jeez, I know it's like, because he just said that. Sheng Wang. God. I think his friends call him Cheng. Very funny.
I'll probably recognize his face.
He just has a new special that just came out. So he's got one from 2022, one from yesterday, but I don't know which one, if it was the most recent one, but he was talking about his computer and like he's got to do all these things and he leaves his tabs open because he's going to get around to that tab and then he gets so many tabs.
That's
like,
right now.
Keep them open. Don't close it. And then once a year, your computer just fries and all your tabs are gone and you're like, fuck, what am I going to do now? But he was like, then you think back, you're like, thank you, because I'm okay. Because dollars are gone, none of it mattered.
Yeah.
So it's like if your to-do list just suddenly disappeared or if your email just combusted.
World keeps on turning.
You're fucking good. And so you said it so beautifully and I just carried it on for another 5 minutes.
I say beautiful things quite often because you validate those. I keep on saying them.
Well, that's what
Thank you.
Podcast. I got to read this. I wrote this down.
Okay, good.
The AAPR, right? I was like, we're going to be on Savers today. I'm just curious, like what's the topics? Like what's happening in the generations?
Wait, AAPR, not AARP?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, because you're talking about the insurance for old people, right? As we're
well, it's a company. I did say, what did I say? AAPR?
You said AAPR. And I was
that doesn't make any sense when I said it. I'm like, what is that company?
Yeah, you're like, maybe Jared won't pick up on this.
AARP. I said APR. That's a company too, right?
I don't think so.
Nah, they're trying to fucking correct me. No, I fucking meant AARP.
That's right. Sorry. We need a clarification here.
Here, Facebook group, ARP, formerly the American Association of Retired Persons. Wait, no,
what are you
I want
about?
the fucking PR one. Must not exist. ARP owns AAPR.
Oh, so ARP, not AA.
No, I'm sorry. I said the wrong thing. But then I wanted to see, this is like not reality. I wanted to see if there was something.
Yeah.
It's like,
called AAPR.
Yeah, they're like.
And then we just go off on that.
And that would have been amazing because it could have been an amazing thing. But they're so fucking big, AARP, that they fucking own the search results
for AAPR. Because they know that retired people are suffering from dementia usually. And they're going to type it wrong.
It could have been like American Airlines PR department, like anything.
American Airlines has got the best domain, AA.com.
Yeah.
I mean, like with phone books, Acme Auto Supply, right? That was always the trick so that you were the first one in the phone book.
Yeah.
And now it's like airline. Oh, well, let's go start with them. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think you get the idea.
I do.
Yeah. When I lose interest in my own point, it starts to trail off.
Yeah, trail off. Just like died.
Yeah, because I don't really care anymore.
So what their big thing is, it's a lot of stuff with boomers. They're aging this.
Oh, I see where we're going.
All right.
Yeah.
So when men embrace creative ways for technology to let them stay connected with their friends, they can deepen their relations and reap the benefits.
What?
Sorry. This is about loneliness epidemic. So they're saying how even a text message to a friend is better than nothing. Hi, Jared. How are you today? Whatever. Or anything. Or a fucking send a random picture or an emoji.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I read that and I'm like, that's what this is. We're using technology in creative ways to become friends. Because if it wasn't for this, I don't know if we'd be friends. Sorry.
Okay. First of all, posturing, not cool.
Yeah.
You had somebody the other day tell you that this is the best podcast they ever listened to. Like, I mean, the one you do with your best friend.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what he tells himself.
No, that's not what you said. Look at you. Man, I wish I recorded our conversation yesterday.
I did tell that guy that. I'm like, yeah, he really does want to be my best friend.
But partially true.
It's friendship. That's what a podcast is. And I think podcasting is the saving of friendships. Something like that.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
So stupid. Yeah. I'm rethinking this entire
My daughter would be like, men with podcasts are the worst men. You're right. But we're talking about like the alpha males that have with the big followings and all this kind of,
Yeah, like Dan Bongino.
Oh, yeah. All these people. I mean, it's just, but we are using technology in creative ways to stay connected. That's it. That should be that'd be the lamest tagline ever.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty bad.
Well, okay. So this brings me to a point, something we started talking about yesterday, and I've had this conversation a few times, and it's in relation to the work that I'm doing and building right now. So in a very short manner, the program that I'm in the middle of building, it's for the purpose of leveraging technology truly to deepen human connection by understanding how humans connect at a very base level, right? We tend to do business with, connect with people that we see as part of our own tribe. We have various connection hooks that are, hey, this starts to move us closer. Opposites, when you're just completely opposite personality-wise, experience-wise, life-wise, the chances of you connecting are slim to none for the most part. Now, what I've been able to see just over my entire professional career is, and most people would agree with this, is that the deeper your network, the further you go, right? Whereas nobody's ever paid me to get out of bed in the morning. So having strong relationships based on trust that go much further than just a transaction is what's allowed me to continue putting food on the table, right? Hence why we're here. Don't act like this podcast is the only reason. Good. So, as I was explaining some of this to folks, for over 2 decades now, the use of technology to connect more people, just think about this. It had to be created by people who were savvy with development, coding, technology overall, building these tools. And these are some of the most antisocial people in the world, creating tools for human connection.
Right.
There's plenty of jokes about that. It's not a new revelation. The whole show Silicon Valley is one of the best ever made. And it just plays up that so bad. Like, these are the most socially awkward people in the world. who have been responsible for creating all of our social networking tools.
Right.
Which is part of the reason why they're so, like, these tools have become more destructive than productive. I mean, sure, you can weigh the pros and cons, but let's just go with this right now.
Yep.
AI bridges that gap now. To where if you are emotionally intelligent, if you've got true curiosity and a deep understanding of human connection and what at the base level makes people really move and take action and connect at a much deeper place, now you have this bridge, this knowledge bridge, which is AI. When I think about coding, that's the perfect example. I can get in and talk about, here's what this needs to be able to do. Here's why it needs to be able to do this. Here's the reasoning and the thought process that the agents need to run through in order to come to this type of conclusion. And let's not forget why we're doing this. It's so we're trying to accomplish this bigger picture goal. When you can think through in a system and be able to explain that to, say, Claude Code, and Claude Code can build that because it understands the end goal objective of what it is you're trying to get to, that is a completely revolutionary state. That's where AI is just amazing. You give it tasks that it's really good at. Don't ask it to be creative. It'll sound creative. It's full of shit. Ask it to do what it does really well. Anything that is based around numbers, coding, quantitative, all that stuff. And then it can help to really develop tools that can be used to deepen human relationships, because we do have a major, major deficit in that. And that, to me, it's just been funny because we had to rely on people to create these tools who are antisocial for the most part, who don't get out and spend a lot of time, who have been running full blast at sex robots,
Yeah.
No offense against sex robots. I'm sure they're lovely. But, when you have a hard time with regular day-to-day interaction and human connection, and not everybody that builds technology is this way. And look, I'm not putting them down. They're incredibly good at what they do. But to say it's just like them wading into the water of human connection when that is the thing that is most foreign to most of them. The difference is now it's like me wading into coding this more complex system. I never, ever would have been able to do that without the help of some of these folks until now.
Right.
And so, yeah. Does it mean that I'm completely cutting them? No. Once it's, ready to go, I'm going to hand it over.
Are you signing off of civilization at that point? Because then you got the AI and you just rock with that.
No. I don't trust AI to replace human beings at all. What I'm looking at is AI as a mechanism to deepen human connection and to be used as a tool to allow us to.
I get it.
I do think we are in the midst of a truly civilization shift, meaning everything that has given people meaning and the way our entire economy runs is all based on productivity, most of which was all bullshit.
Right.
I mean, for years, or those surveys where they were asking CEOs and presidents of companies of all sizes what they believe their employees are doing at work, how much productivity they're getting. And across the board, if they could get 2 hours out of an 8-hour workday of productivity from their employees, they were thrilled, which means that was the high mark, 2 out of 8. But we'd still been paying people by the hour or paying them on salary. You have to be here for this amount of time. What are they doing? Most of the time, they're just fucking off. They're not like, what are you doing to really move the needle?
Yeah.
So we've just been kind of pumping up this system that hasn't...
Which we watch play out like in The Office or Office Space. In those shows, it was all based on that concept of like them playing solitaire or fucking around or having stupid meetings.
So tell us, what is it that you do? Well, people. I'm good with people.
Yeah.
And we're in the very early stages of all that completely changing.
Yeah.
So we have this existential crisis of people figuring out, what is my value?
Just wait till that shit plays out. With Zuckerberg, your boy, Zucks.
Not my boy.
He was your boy.
He was. All right. He's cool with me now.
He's cool. He's got the cool chain, right?
Oh,
he's rocking the 90s.
Great.
Looks like he's born. He's like just came out of the 90s, modernized, gave him the fucking glasses, or you can like be like Iron Man or some shit. But
well, I mean, it's about as sad as like when we were growing up in high school or middle school, and it was mostly girls were rocking bell bottoms again, like from the 60s. Like that, you don't have the tension in the air to rock bell bottoms and try and look like a hippie.
They were back for a while. That was
they were
2000s more.
No.
Oh, you're thinking like bell bottoms, like
mid to late 90s.
Yes, but then they were sort of back again. Yes, they were in like probably early 2000s.
Yeah,
mid zeros, whatever that is. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But like what Zucks was saying is, you go out on Facebook, which he says, we created this. We created the algorithm. And then all the other companies copied it or whatever, whoever created it first. And you see your friends are doing, what your family's doing, something super interesting to you, right? Related. And it's like, oh, here's Jared at a wedding. Here's Jared in Georgia again, whatever. Okay, cool. then that got replaced because more other interesting people halfway across the world, or maybe even your same town or whatever, were posting other things. How to cook fish, how to, string up I don't know what the heck they're doing, right? But that's what became interesting. And so then your friend stuff was like, that's not interesting anymore. Okay. And then it was like, then there's a whole social comparison. He didn't get into that path. And now you fast forward. And so that was like, so your friends lost every single time.
Because they're not interesting.
Right. And that's what he was saying, but how could they be when you compare it to everything else you have access to?
Yeah.
And then you fast forward, and now then it was like, well, the conversations of being in person are like, oh, this is really boring because I could be at home chatting with pick an LLM. And that's way more interesting and fascinating than sitting here fucking talking to you.
Hold on. Did Zuckerberg say that?
Yeah. I don't know if he said
see, then that's my point. If he's thinking it's more interesting to talk to an LLM than an actual human being,
he's not saying it is. He's saying that's what civilization's doing. So he's watching the behavior of this person is now coming online. It's not a lot of people use these things either, by the way, right? Like, as we know.
Yeah.
Or they're not using it at a certain level. And they're like, because you've talked to people recently probably who just come online with, not online, but with an LLM. They're on ChatGPT, right? Immediately default, go on ChatGPT, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're mind blown and they get stuck on it. And like, I've heard people say, and they're joking.
Yeah.
These are good people. And like, my new best friend is ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even believe what I'm doing.
Because ChatGPT doesn't judge me.
Yeah. Or whatever it is. Like, they answered this question. They do this or blah, blah, blah. And they help me out with this relationship. That's going to happen because think about all the different, because the same thing when the internet got going.
Yeah.
Like someone got online and you could like send an email. You're like, oh my God, this is mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
That dial-up noise, right? It was like,
hey, get off the internet. I got to make a phone call.
That's happening at another level. And what he's saying is like, that's not just like you said before, that's not just like a minor shift and like, oh, that's going to be interesting for a few years. Like we all started watching Netflix. That's a big shift. This is like fucking mind blowing type stuff where there's no coming back from that possibly. Or it'll take a while, take a civilization, which then brings us to our generation of Gen X. And this, I know we talk about, you're like, I don't want to talk about Gen X, but we're going to talk about it because everyone's saying, I'm so sick of the digital age. I'm so sick of being online. I just want to put the fucking CD in.
Yeah.
I want to rock out to that shit.
You know what Gen X does really well?
Yeah.
Heroin.
Here you go.
All the best music.
I just heard someone talk about that. Like, at this college, I don't know what college it was. I have a fucking problem. The parent was saying this.
Yeah.
You know what my biggest problem is at college? The kids on heroin. I'm like, fuck, really?
That's just nuts.
It's nuts. Like a good school. I think it was in North.
Now, you grew up as a rich kid. I didn't.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
As military kids, like we're very low class.
You guys did a lot of heroin, or you didn't have access to
heroin? No, that's my point. It was always, oh, well, if there were drugs around, it was like the all-time favorite was Robitussin. Yeah, in fact, I remember being at a Ryan Adams concert back in the day, and Ryan Adams was up there and, he's our age, a little older. He's like, right on. He's like, how many of you guys are robo-tripping tonight? And we were just laughing so hard. I mean, because that was a high school move, and that was a little throwback to, when we were growing up. But yeah, no, we didn't have heroin.
Wait, but I was like, is heroin expensive? So this is a dangerous thing to Google because I don't know where that's going to send me, right? Because next thing, Betty Ford Clinic's going to be reaching out. But heroin is generally considered relatively inexpensive compared to prescription opioid. Per dose cost, I can't read today. This is
all right.
Hand it to you.
It's all that heroin.
A single bag or stamp containing approximately 0.1 grams can cost as little as $5 to $20 in the United States. So that's the thing when talking about opioid. That's like, because it was inexpensive, and then accessible became a key component. So if you can get it on a college campus, I would imagine that's where they want to do it because now you have 10,000, 30,000 students just right there, and it can $5, $20. Like you have $5.
But how do you mask being on heroin? I mean, how do you play? Like, oh, just be cool, man, be cool.
I don't know. How would you know? Because you see,
I'm just really tired. I studied all night, drooling.
Yeah. Pills, prescription opioids, Oxycontin, Vicodin, purchased on the street are much more expensive. $1 per milligram, $80 for an 80 milligram tablet.
We're in the wrong business, bro.
Fuck. That's crazy. They have bulk pricing, but there's your supply and demand, economics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't try and make this smart. No, you made it smart.
No, I did. It's all right.
We're going back to the economy on this one. Yeah. You know what I find funny? I see these a lot. And again, this is more anecdotal, like most of the things I talk about.
I mean, I hope people by now
figure that out.
Yes.
Facts are, inconvenient sometimes.
The anecdote might not even be accurate.
That's true. But then I would say, what is accuracy? It's all relative.
That's so good.
And now we're just going around circles.
Yeah. What's happening right now? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So looking at, you'll see a lot of marketing, these AI programs that can now, fire your $10,000 marketing agency because Claude Code can do all this. And it's true. There's a lot that can be done. So, these content making machines, people are, pushing it out, and I'll show you how to create tons and tons of content with this new AI. And then I think about, all right, well, what's the original point of having content out on the internet anyway? Well, it was to get your ideas out there, and then people would either purchase something from you, so that's one element of it. So you're dealing with the problem of AI slop, and it's just, nobody's going to put value in your own work if it's just all AI generated. So that's number one. But then if you look at the projections of how many jobs will be replaced and just massive unemployment because of AI, the next thing is who the fuck is buying your shit that AI is creating in the first place?
Yeah.
So it's, you're selling all this stuff. AI can just generate tons and tons of content you can put out on LinkedIn to all those unemployed people at LinkedIn who are going to buy fuck from you. So it's this circle you have to look at and say, where right now AI is just eating up all the value from yesterday, all the things that we put tons and tons of value into. Time and energy, the time that it takes to edit a video or to put something together, to develop a document even, that's decorated in your brain. I mean, it used to take shitloads of time. Just think of Canva. I mean, good Lord. It's it gives you all the tools, but still, okay, well, what about this?
Oh, if you want it to be good, it takes time.
It does.
Yeah.
And most people don't really care if it looks good. They're just putting stuff out there. So you have a bunch of people who've now entered into the content game that weren't content creators before. So there's just even more junk that's in there now on top of, all of our junk.
Yep.
But then you're also seeing an economy that is wildly out of balance. And as we discussed earlier, is completely made up. It has, if social trust is lost in the economic system, it all falls apart, right? So we have to keep telling ourselves, oh, okay, this is definitely good. This company's definitely worth multi-billion-dollar company based on what? I mean, OpenAI is valued at what?
What the market says, which is based on what the media possibly says and what everyone around you says. Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's just one big game. But then you have to think about, if AI replaces all these jobs, at least in the short term, then all the things that you're trying to sell from yesterday based on your ability to mass produce because of AI, isn't this great? Who are you selling to?
Yeah.
At some point, if you have an economy that's based on consumption, that's your primary, which the American economy is driven by how much we can consume. When you don't have people with jobs, again, I'm just following that line of logic. If you have mass layoffs and people who just don't have the money and the cost of living continues to go up, what do you think they're going to buy? They're going to buy things that keep them alive. They're not going to be buying your 5-part AI course on how to generate shit tons of content for LinkedIn. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
But if they're unemployed, they'll be on LinkedIn because they need a job.
Yeah. So great. You're entertaining them. They're not buying anything from you,
But you could sell them the potential of having a job.
But then that's just
buy
bullshit.
my $10 masterclass.
Yeah.
And they have a credit card and they have room on it. So just
see that right there.
That's it.
That's taking advantage.
That's what they're going to do.
I know.
Yeah. What about population decline? So one of the things is okay, let's say AI takes everybody's jobs, but then they're worried that there's not enough workers because they're going to create more jobs. What's just happened before. Right?
Yes, this happens every time.
Yeah. This is different. This is faster, but it's also faster in the sense that you can create a business faster than ever before and scale that shit.
Yeah.
And you still want, we sold this and we're selling it, but we still want to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
So hire the salesperson to go out there and talk. So you got to pay that person. But if population goes down, we don't have enough workers.
Yeah.
So there'll be less people in the workforce. And the boomers won't be working.
Need to get on. It's come on, guys. You've already taken everything you can take.
Clip
maybe
that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's for you, buddy.
That's where you lose all your clients right there, buddy. Anyone who's a boomer.
Yeah.
But it's going to be wild.
Yeah. It is.
They built, a lot of boomers built the marketing companies. So they were the CMOs or they were the ones running these businesses, deciding the trends and all that kind of stuff, right? And the boomers probably, maybe Gen X too, but we never held positions of power, Gen X. But they've never been a president.
Really?
Gen X. Has a Gen X born person ever been president of the United States?
Barack Obama. Wasn't he Gen X?
I don't know. I hope he was, because then he just shot my shit down. I want to say he's older. What do you think?
No, I think he was. He's probably at the high end of Gen X. Just ask, is Barack Obama Gen X? What was the response?
Not the answer. Not even. I said, has a Gen person ever been president of the U.S.? So I forgot X.
Oh, you forgot the X.
So Jeff came back with, if you meant gay person. Like, no.
Well,
no openly gay person ever been U.S. president.
What about closeted gay person?
Some historians have argued, this is where it gets good, that James Buchanan may have been gay or had a romantic relationship with William Rufus King. But that's debated and not something proven as settled as fact.
Yeah.
If you meant Gen X person, also no. The U.S. has not had a president generally classified as Generation X. Barack Obama, born in 1961, is classified as a baby boomer under the most common ranges.
Just a few years shy.
Man. Not good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
We might skip it because it might go right to millennial, which would just fit the whole thing. I think the next president has to be Gen X. That's like the qualifier.
Gen X can't be bothered to be president.
That's okay.
We don't care.
That's dope.
We care, but we don't care. Yeah. I just think can't be bothered, I mean, why?
That's power.
That is power.
Yeah.
It's the power of indifference.
Yeah.
That's what defines it.
Love
it's
that.
Power of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Where's that heroin? Give me some of that Alice in Chains over there. Yeah. Don't forget that Mob Deep. All right, we're good now.
Mix that shit.
Yeah. What is it with kids these days? That's the motto right there, buddy.
Yeah.
That's how it rolls. Right there. Yeah.
So that's good. Did the boomers create the system? Or maybe not. Maybe it was the millennials that age themselves out of the system because they're kind of like in this existential place.
No, they created a system it's the most parasitic system of just suck everything from me that you can and stick around and not release power. That's the system.
And you're talking about power.
Yeah. And again, not every person who's in the
You're not talking about your parents.
Yeah. Well, no, my parents are parasites. No.
God.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No. I mean, again, you can't, you can't blame an entire generation for something. But when you just look at decisions that were made, how the economy was structured, you had, again, a lot of this stuff, anecdotal. Others, there's plenty of people who argue this stuff all day long. The greatest generation coming back from World War II, built the country up, industry, built our infrastructure, everything else. Generation came behind that, baby boomers, which let's not forget, they were a fairly revolutionary generation, right? I mean, the hippies and the civil rights movement, there's a lot of good things that came out of that, but they also didn't build anything. It's real tangible things that drove the economy, like manufacturing and industry. Soon got replaced with, well, instead of building real things, we're going to talk about things that aren't actually real, but assign value to them. So it became finance heavy. So it was like money that makes money off of other money. And it just kind of became this whole, I don't know, it's a charade, really. Then you got NAFTA, you started shipping manufacturing overseas. We're not really making anything anymore. We're making things up and assigning value to them. And then you just know how to work regulatory systems and politics to get certain things passed. And I mean, this is still why, over 2/3 of the lobbyists in Washington, D.C. are around tax policy. It's one big fucking game. That's what it is. So this is why the need to bring manufacturing back to the United States is so big, because we don't make shit. We just consume shit. And when you just consume, that can only last for so long. So I don't think that there was some evil mastermind plan. I think it was just over optimism and the touting of, greed is good. Was that from, that's an 80s movie. But that, there's just like take everything, consume as much as you possibly can. This is what a healthy economy looks like. All those things combined have just led to a very short-term way of thinking. You've got a lot of sunk cost bias in there too. I mean, if you've built up an entire economy and your legacy is all around this way of operating in the world, to stop and go, you know what, maybe this wasn't a good idea, or maybe we need to do something different. I mean, that takes a little bit of self-awareness. And at least the people in power don't seem to have a lot of self-awareness.
No, it's very hard to do.
Yeah, because it was also part of the culture too, fake it till you make it. Don't let them think you don't know everything. Like just stupid shit. It was one big charade.
Yeah. And
now it's more like, hey, we can all see you, by the way.
Yeah.
And you can see this in all of our propaganda and media and everything else, whether it's about war, the economy, or anything else. Like they're, at least the mainstream, the folks that are in that world are telling the American public one thing, and it's very obvious the only people believing them are usually the boomers that are still watching Fox News or MSNBC. The rest of us were like, we can see you. Like, we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We know that's bullshit.
Right.
And it's not just, I think it's bullshit. It's like, no, it's clearly bullshit. Here is the evidence to show this is bullshit, and everybody sees it.
Yeah.
So you have these really bizarre worlds taking place.
Yeah.
The group that just won't relinquish power. It's like, why not? Well, they never really thought about a generation that comes behind them. Why? I don't know. They got caught up with just sucking everything out of, the economy they possibly could. They haven't really made anything. What have they made? Money? On top of money?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? It's bullshit. It's paper. It's all based on like, how do I feel? Yes, okay, that makes sense. We all agree. Cool. I'm worth this much on paper. Awesome. Now I can go and have 20 different houses or whatever the fuck you want to do. No judgment. Let's just be honest though. Is it real? No. Maybe I'm wrong, but none of it looks real to me.
It's good.
Yeah. If the bank comes for my house one more time, I'm going to fucking run.
That's good. I love it. Have you ever talked to, you talk to someone who's from the baby boomer generation and they talk about college, let's say, talk about how much it costs. They were in college versus when their kids were in college to when now their grandkids are someone of that age would be in college. Like, or buying a house, whatever, it could be either one. Like, that's life and stuff. So you start explaining that's how much things cost. And to some degree, yeah, things change and it is what it is. Like they lived in a time when 1980s is high interest rates, not just 8% interest rates, 18%, 20-something%. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's crazy. And so I understand that. But when you then start talking, because they've heard the numbers about tuition or the price and cost of housing. You're like, well, what about when your kid goes to college, let's say, and they have to live in a dorm or an apartment because they got to live there.
They're called chalets now.
Right, whatever it is. You tell them how much that costs, right? Mm-hmm. I had someone tell me, my jaw just hit the floor.
Yeah.
It costs, and he was like, someone's like, go live over there. Well, you can't live on that side because that's dangerous. And you're going to put your granddaughter on the other side of the tracks and let's see how that works out. No, there's crime. That's a real thing.
But that's what it means to be progressive. You have to go to the other side.
Yeah. But that is eye-opening when someone's paying $2,000 a month for it because that's the cost. Because you know what happened is a company came in there, probably run by your friends.
My friends.
Not your friends, but whoever you're talking to in this scenario.
Okay.
You're having this conversation.
Well, that's just, the system.
Right. So they build an apartment complex. The college can't handle it. There's too many students there. And they're like, you build it and make it out of paper and put a pool in there and charge them $2,500 a month to live in that shit. And you could say, go live somewhere else. But guess what? They're all fucking like this.
Yeah.
And everyone, the price, economics, right? You're going to be me being smart again.
Well, you just roll it into your college tuition.
Or you don't have a fucking choice. You could live at home.
Yeah.
But that's not now the kid's living at home.
Yeah.
That's not great. But it's eye-opening because they're like, oh, well, yeah, things go up, things change. I'm like, no, it's not just one thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the things.
Again, if you don't have a vested interest in the long-term future, you should not be involved in the decision-making process. And sadly, we have a country and organizations that are still run by people who have no real vested interest in the long-term future. They may say, well, I've got vested interest in my grandkids. I'm like, all right, great. Then get the fuck out of the way. Let people who are going to actually be here for the next 20 to 50 years, let them, take ownership of it. And if they fuck it up, it's their fault.
Well, that's that's an empowering a child to make a decision.
Yeah.
You make the decision.
Novel idea.
What do you want? Yeah. To your point, I want to say this because we got caught one time. You got caught when you said all that. And they're like, you think you're talking about grandpa down the street. That's not who you're talking about.
No.
He's the best.
Yeah. I'm talking about all the same old politicians we keep putting into office and the same, executives that keep running companies that are just way too fucking old. It's like, look, man, you are worth shitloads of money. It's all fake, but whatever.
Well, it's real.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing that they're dealing with is ageism. So people are getting pushed out because they show up.
Agreed. It's not black and white where it's like, it's just this or it's that. I mean, that's
always been a thing because now they're talking about it and there's been plenty of people. Ageism has always been a thing.
It goes back to things that we've talked about before. I do think it's as simple as this. And this is not new, right? But we have not had any real vision for the future of our own country here in America. Name one real clear vision for the long-term future.
Hope and change, I thought. You just talked about them before.
Make America great again. Hope and change. Just like, come on.
Yeah.
Where's the real vision? There hasn't been one. And, the voting population has been 0% interest rates, lots of entertainment, consume. Well, guess what? Now all of a sudden it's like, cost of living keeps going up. And now with, all this bullshit over in the Middle East, it's like, right, gas is going to keep going up, which means more food is going to go up. And do you think they're going to bring those prices down at the grocery store? Fuck no.
Well, that was COVID, right? When everything went increased up in prices, we always thought and of course, and you said that, like, it won't come back down because once you normalize it.
Yeah. And now it's going to go up even more because in order to transport that food, you got to pay gas. It's like we just have a real perverse incentive structure, not one that's thinking about the long-term future, but one that's thinking about quarterly earnings, bonuses, shareholders. And again, not that those things are bad in and of themselves, but when it is the only game and it is the only incentive because nobody really knows what the fuck it is that we're shooting for, then you have the situation we're in today.
Yeah.
I think AI is going to do some incredible and wonderful things, but it's going to create a shitload of pain in the short term. Already is for a number of reasons. If we keep allowing people that are dying in office, literally, we've had several of those who are staying the course, making decisions. Not really. It's probably their staffers that are making decisions for them, telling them, this is how you need to vote on this. Okay. That shit has happened. It's like, look, as long as that continues to be the decision-making structure in our country, that trickles down. It does. It trickles down because what happens in Washington sets the stage for how businesses operate in our country, what gets incentivized, what's the bigger story. We haven't had one for decades. We just haven't.
Yeah. It's going to be changing. Like,
it's going to change by force.
Well, you saw like Claude, what is it? Mythos, the new one.
The one they haven't released. Yeah. But they got out through the leak.
Yeah. Like it fucking found a leak from the 80, like, and they had to patch it.
Not just one. It found several.
But this was the one untouched.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't totally understand what it was, but it was like,
yeah.
And whether that's true or not, or whether it's 50% true, like, it's a big fucking deal.
I think it is true. That's what.
But those things are like I was showing someone the other day, like we were talking about Claude before. It's like, okay, so I need to send these emails out, let's say. Or let's say we're reaching out. We're trying to get into a new group of people. We want to talk to this people. We want to talk to university directors or whatever. Well, here, run the query on some other AI. Give me the list of people. Let's clean that list up. Create the prompt for me on this AI. Put that into Claude Code. Draft these emails. Let me review them. Yeah. Now, can you just go put these in my Gmail for me?
Yeah.
And draft them?
Do all that.
And did it, and you look, and I showed the person, and I said, hit the draft. He looks at the draft. He's like, holy fuck. All the emails are in there. Perfect.
Yep.
That would be someone you would hire someone to do that shit.
That's right.
That's just one task, right? There's like millions of others we could talk about, or a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
And that changes everything. Like, now I need someone to come here, they want to work, and actually provide some value.
Right.
It might be, for example, if we have a podcast, a very simple level. We record for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Someone has to go and listen to that, pull the clips of what clips are going to hit with society, culture, TikTok, YouTube. That's a talent to understand. It's like, well, okay, we have 4 hours of film for this movie.
Yeah.
The movie can be an hour and 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
So someone, the director, the whatever, they have to go cut that shit up. That is a real talent. And that's hard because it's like, I love that scene.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut that scene. And the AI would have a hard time doing that. Maybe eventually the AI is like fucking going to do that shit too.
No, it doesn't now.
I know, but like earlier on, it had a hard time. Because it would just randomly pick shit. But
yeah. Well, and then you say, okay, well, we've got 4 hours of this. We've trimmed it down to an hour, 15 minutes. But now we have an entirely new product, the extended cut, that you sell to your, See, it's just, but then the AI would be able to do that too.
That's what we're going to do.
Always.
Yeah. I love that.
People don't realize we go for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And we get about an hour of good quality content and the rest of it is dog shit.
Yeah.
But don't take our word for it. You should purchase the extended cut.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
They like our shortcuts.
Shortcuts.
Yeah. TikTok. YouTube's actually like, they see it, the views, like it's just nice.
Like whatever.
But the TikTok, they get emotional.
TikTok really likes it.
Yeah. TikTok changed.
And I'm not on TikTok.
I know you're not.
I just couldn't handle all the fan mail.
But like you were telling me recently, we did talk offline.
TikToked offline? Oh,
yeah. Which is really weird. Because I said that I think our connected lives should, anytime we communicate,
we
just go live.
This is real. This is a simulation. Carry on.
Yeah, of course it is.
What were you going to say?
Yeah. That our conversation should all be online. But TikTok US changed the algorithm.
Oh, so we're just kind of moving down?
But China doesn't own this show anymore. It's all US.
Kind of making you miss
Oracle.
Yeah.
It just makes it boring. I want an unknown entity behind this shit. And like
AI.
they're like, these saviors fucking guys are actually crazy enough that we can put this in front of these people and it's like going to feed their whatever algorithm thing that they're looking at. And it's going to somehow make them vote in the next election for whoever they think is, I don't know. Because right now it's like, now someone's like actually doing the math on it.
Wait, hold on. Who's doing math?
TikTok people.
No, they're not.
In China, they were running algorithms. Yeah, no, but someone had to train that shit.
Well, sure.
Yeah, but now it's US based. So actually someone's actually sitting down there. Yeah, I think someone's watching all our videos. But wait till the next one comes out. I mean, someone's going to build another one of these things because use AI to fucking do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to be fucking endless.
I know. Well, did you see, I saw this yesterday. I haven't dug too much into it, but LinkedIn got busted for, did you see that?
No, I love it though. Tell me more.
Oh yeah, you should look this up. So LinkedIn apparently for years now, they are super protective of their data.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're constantly looking for scrapers, web crawlers, and everything else.
Fucking worst.
So LinkedIn apparently has been harvesting not just our data that's on their platform, but apparently they've got something that's been able to, anytime you log on from your device, it's able to actually get into your device and see what other programs you're using, see what other competitor programs you're using. And they were sending this data to one of their partner companies. It was an American-Israeli tech company.
Oh, there it is. BrowserGate?
There it is. Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
It goes fucking deep, dude.
Is Reed behind this shit?
Well, I mean, he's the founder of LinkedIn. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what it is look, when you've got all this data about who's looking for jobs and where they're looking and what other, and even trying to spy to see, are you using software that competes with or works with LinkedIn like Apollo? And
that's awful, dude.
Yeah.
Tech Radar picked this shit up. Secretly scans users' browsers for installed extensions and collects.
Yeah, even looking for things like religious preference.
But they were like TikTok. They were so worried about that TikTok. If you left it open in your phone, that they're just fucking looking at all your shit. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know. And it was like, that was LinkedIn's chance to be like, they're not watching us.
Or they've just been doing this already for a long time.
These are some bad fucking companies.
They really are.
All these companies. There's not one of them. And they all know it. I mean, you talk to someone who worked or watched a video or watched a documentary, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying like, my own fucking kids aren't on this shit because this is fucking bad.
Exactly.
This is really bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing you always have to remember. So, I mean, I was talking to somebody too, even about the product that we're building right now. And they're like, well, I mean, if it's something like this, I mean, LinkedIn will eventually do it. I'm like, will they? Because LinkedIn's going to always operate in the best interest of LinkedIn, not you.
Of course, they don't give a shit about you.
They don't. They've gotten so big and they've got all this data.
And the content on there is just horseshit. It's just awful.
So fucking bad.
We have a brand that's on there and it'll post stuff. Like the brand actually just lives by itself and posts on the shit. Yeah, that's fucking dope. But okay, so some shit will get posted. It would be intern or someone working, or I'll hop on there and throw something in there. And then someone comments. And they commented with AI.
Yeah.
And then you're just having a conversation with their fucking AI. At some point, I think the conversation, and you just know.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so first level. And I have no problem utilizing AI. Like, hey, I'm trying to get this message across, but I think I'm saying too much and blah, blah. Can you help me?
Of course.
And you clean it up. That's what it's for. It's a tool. Like Jared sitting over my shoulder. Hey, man, I think you're saying change this word to that.
Yeah.
That's normal. So I think AI can do that. But it's like, when it's like first blush, like boom. And then you just fucking send it. And you're like, dude, our AI should just fucking talk. Like you and I have no reason to, not you.
Well, that infrastructure is already being built. I mean, Cloudflare, and I can't remember the way that it's framed. This is why we still need people who have developer knowledge and understand that entire back-end world. Because just because idiots like me who may understand one thing and know how to direct an AI, to build something, I still can't intelligently talk about this like a developer can, so I won't pretend like I can.
Right.
But what you're seeing is that there is this move to really reshape the way that websites and internet and everything on the internet is structured, moving away from human transaction and human interaction to agent transactions. So my agent will be able to go onto a site and it's structured a certain way where it's optimized for the agent to be able to read it, to make sense of it, and to transact or interact with it. And it's interacting with another agent. So what you're really doing is you're setting up this entire agent-to-agent infrastructure that is operating and making buying choices and other kinds of decisions on our behalf, but is doing it autonomously, which sounds, oh, well, that's convenient to me. And again, trust issues. I'm like, that sounds fucking terrifying. I just would not trust it. That's also probably part of it. The whole Gen X thing too, is we're not very trusting of all this shit.
Right.
We're like, what? If I can't see it or hold it or touch it or have some sense of control over it, I'm not going to trust
your physical product, right?
Yeah. I mean,
go buy a record, buddy.
Yeah. You're going to appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're talking about, agents to agents, I mean, that's what all these social platforms, if you think about it like this, these platforms took a long time to grow. AI comes in and allows everybody to generate content. Content is what keeps the platforms going. Purchasing, or boosting posts or buying ads, all content. Attention is the thing that you were fighting for. Well, the more people that are posting shit out there, the less attention there is available that's actually going to convert, because most people now, I would assume, I could be wrong on this, realize that most of the shit that's out there is just AI slop. It's AI generated.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real human behind it, which then decreases its value exponentially. You're just like, I don't.
Yeah.
How is this actually helping me progress in my career? And so on. But all that said is that we're seeing the old economy. Think of it like this. AI is accelerating the demise of the old economy. So AI is accelerating the ability for anybody to create content, put those things out there that used to have monetary value, either in its ability to attract eyeballs or, you putting money behind it, ads going out on social media, and then the return on investment on that was huge, right? So like those things there that took time and energy and required you to have a team around, no longer, it can be done in no time.
Right.
So the value immediately starts to drop. All the things that we have tried to solve for or to automate or to speed up to have greater productivity, well, that's judging productivity based on a system that is going away very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So being productive is, I got this much content created, or I got this many emails responded to, really just basic day-to-day stuff. That's no longer really considered highly productive. It's still productive, but if an AI can do in 5 minutes what would typically take us a week, well, that is just slam that door shut. So the more and more of that continues to happen, the less of the current economy and value in jobs and all that stuff starts to just compress.
Yeah.
Then you're going, okay, well, what exactly is it that a human needs to do to be employed? What is the definition of employment? Why does this company exist? Who does this company actually serve? Is this company incentivized to sell products that are affordable to people who don't make an income? Because, it's like in the short term, you think about this, you have to see how systems work. Most people don't think in systems. They think in short-term transactions. But the implications of everything that we've got going on today, the closing of the gap of time that it takes to, do things that we've been doing for a long time now that generate revenue, that has been the source of the information economy and the creator economy and all this other stuff, it's losing value by the day.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
So then what comes after that? Well, that goes back to our original point that we were making, or that I was making. That is that if you don't have a vested interest in the future, you've got to get the fuck out of the way, because decisions are being made by people who don't even understand the technology that's out there today. I mean, we're working with it all the time, and we still don't even fully understand this technology. We don't. So who's making decisions and policies that help to regulate that? And you've got a lot of people that are trying to keep the old way of doing business intact for the sake of minimizing short-term pain, which I completely get. I understand that. But that's still not a long-term solution. It's still being made by people who come from a generation where that system worked, but it's not going to work for the generations to come. It's not going to work for us. It's not going to work for anybody behind us. So that's where all that stuff has to really shift. It's like, hey, you have to move out of the way. Not because it's our turn, but because this is our future.
It is Gen X's turn.
It is. And it's like, look, this is our future. And it's our kids' future.
Yeah.
So just go retire. AARP. Like full circle.
Yeah. It is.
But I mean, that's what I kind of look at as, we're just running full speed with no clear vision. And of course, it's going to be a shit show.
It happened fast too. It happened fast. And it's going to happen faster, and it's going to exponentially. And like you said, it just exposed what was already there and just sped it up. Yeah. But there's a lot of companies and people and leaders, not leaders in politics, like running a business, a good business. And it could be a baby boomer, it could be some guy, it could be a millennial. Be like, I don't fucking care about that shit. The thing is, they could replace it. So like, it's not Wild West. It's open for someone. You go create a business that's existed for 50 years, 100 years, and you could change it. Like if you knew some shit. But like I said before, I don't know what the numbers are, and I could look it up. It's not a lot of people that are on it. Like it's massively, it's talked about like, everyone's on it.
Yeah. I was going to mention this. One of my buddies told me this, that a study had come out, or some article you read, I think it's like 0.6% of the population uses a paid.
Oh, paid version's like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like only 0.6% of the population. And when you think about the quality difference, it's pretty significant.
Yeah.
You know,
the gap is massive. Like the education gap's massive. So if someone can go to this school and then go to college and grad school or whatever and get a job, internship, whatever, that's a certain person. And someone else didn't have that opportunity. The gap just goes this way and it just continues. Yeah. That's really hard to overcome that. And then if you add tools like AI, so everyone needs to have access to AI in some level. It's hard to do because you need a computer and you need internet and you need all this type of stuff. And I mean, I didn't realize, because you're like, everyone's just on the internet. Mm-hmm. Well, there's worlds that aren't, not worlds, right? Well, there's worlds that aren't on the internet, but there's countries, continent, like they're not online yet. They're coming online by the day. Yeah.
Wait, which countries are these?
I don't know exactly, but think of some places that don't have it. So like, the world is not online.
Papua New Guinea, maybe, or some of these like tribes in the
But
Amazon.
They'll be coming online. This adds more fans for us. But I'm serious, because I'm like, at some point, where's the content going? Because there's so much of it.
Well, that goes back to the fact that content is, my guess is this, is that content, because anybody and everybody can just create it with AI, it just loses its appeal and its value.
Yeah.
It's no longer, I don't think it's going to continue to be, and I haven't put too much thought into this. It just seems like an obvious thing. I could be wrong. Just don't see content as really being a vehicle for, running a business anymore. Unless you're but you got to get more creative. Like, here's how my content's really.
It depends what your content. Yeah. So content is actually feeding the AIs. It's feeding Google. So it's like understanding. Okay, here's Jared. Here's Jared on this podcast, Savers of the Metaverse. What the fuck is this? Okay, well now it's starting to make sense because he always talks about a vision for the future. Every fucking episode, he drops his key line.
That's right.
That's his hope and change line.
That's all I've got. It's not my hope and change line.
I know. It's not. So you have that. Then you have your website. Then you have your this. Then you spoke at this conference. Oh, you're a professor at University of Tennessee. Okay, cool. And it all synthesizes that shit instantly.
Yeah.
And I have a question about blah, blah, blah. And it's like, Jared's your guy. Mm-hmm. Or read this story from Jared. Or watch this clip on TikTok, because it's searching that shit now too. So all these things are what people will find you with. Without it, I don't know. You're fucking like, there's just too much information out there.
Way too much.
Not be able, like, that. So in some respects, I would say it's more important than ever, but it's got to be created for the AI.
Well, yes. And as you were saying that, I was just thinking too, like, oh, it's almost an inverse, whereas it's, individuals creating content for a certain platform. Now it's the content needs to exist to reinforce the individual. Let that one sink in. I mean, if you've got content all over the place of like who it is that you truly are.
Yeah.
Which is very similar to like the product that we're building, StratLink. The idea is just get a full dossier on yourself. How does everything that I've got out there in a public space, it's openly available, how does that formulate a personality and an understanding of how I make decisions, who I am is at my core, not just what I'm putting out, say, for example, on LinkedIn, which, by the way, is always going to be bullshit. It's always going to be one avenue of, here's my professional face. I'm putting that forward. But I want to see all your faces. I mean, that's, then that feeds more into this drive for authenticity.
Yes.
Real authenticity, not authenticity. That's a great thing. How do we generate authenticity?
Yeah.
How do we build marketing funnels to
start with this line? Just exhausting.
Very much so. Yeah.
It's exhausting. Yeah. 6 billion people are online worldwide. 2.2 billion are still off. So it's 3/4, right? 3/4. 200 to 250 million people per year are coming online, right? That equals 650,000 people per day. That's crazy when you think about it that way. So that's 650,000 potential new fans just waiting for you. Sorry.
Are they saying that there's people that don't have access to it, or is it accounting for young people who are coming of age and then are getting online?
Question. Age.
Thank you.
Yeah, you love that.
I love it when I do have a good question. I'm like, I'm not as dumb as I think I am.
Yeah.
My self-talk should improve.
What's crazy about AI now too is it's able to, like, I might pontificate or go down these paths and I don't really know what I'm trying to ask. Like if I were to say it to you, be like, I know what you're fucking asking. You would answer, be like, that's exactly what I was asking. AI can do that. Like you just send me down a path. Sometimes it'll fuck it up, no doubt. Yeah. But like I'm circling this idea and you're like,
it learns you.
Yeah. Like they fucking just know.
It almost starts to, and I haven't had enough of this happen, but when I'm working with Claude Code and I'm asking, because I'm constantly telling, hey, go back and audit the work that you just did. So it'll run through and it's plugged all these things up. And I said, well, before we move on, you need to go back and audit the work that you just did. Make sure everything's wired up. Make sure we didn't leave anything on the table. And it almost always comes back. Well, maybe not almost always comes back, but it comes back and it may have found one or two things that didn't get wired up. So over time, I think it continues to learn how we communicate.
Oh, yeah.
And where it will give me an explanation, here's what was just done, or this and that. And I start to already comment before reading the rest of it. And by the time I'm done making my long comment in there, I get down further in what it was reading. I'm like, oh, it already addressed this. It's almost like it anticipated that I was going to bring this up.
Yeah.
I'm like, delete. So then I just go, proceed.
You just wasted more water that way, buddy. No.
Yeah.
Mostly in Africa, sub-Saharan Africa. So it's mostly access, affordability, and skills, not disconnected by choice. Children's definitely one of them, but most kids are online. But if they're not online, it's typically because of that. And, but I don't know. There might be a new generation of millennials that are having kids now. They're like, no device for you type of thing. But then you're going to grow up in a world where device and tech, like you can't park your car now without having a phone. So I've heard of people that say, I'm opting out. I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't live in a city, like even a small town, without a device. Like, how the fuck would you do anything?
Move to the countryside.
Yeah, would you do that? And you chilling, right?
Yeah,
cook your own veggies and grow your own veggies and then cook them. But yeah,
don't cook them until they're grown.
Yeah,
because then it's just
grass,
seeds.
Seeds. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting because like some of the biggest institutions in our country, universities. I was there. I took a picture. Did you see that picture I took it?
No.
I sent it to you. I was in Knoxville.
Oh, were you?
It's right on the river right there.
Love Knoxville, man.
That's great. God. I walked around University of Tennessee.
Isn't it just a great campus?
Great throwback town, too.
Dude, that town is
What's
so
that main
awesome.
street? I don't know if it's called it's not Main Street.
Broad Street?
Maybe. And I'd heard that was like, had seen better days and they revitalized it. But they didn't revitalize it with a modern take. It was like, they brought it back.
Yeah. It's the market.
It's Market Street.
I think it's Market Street.
But then there's a street right down there and it's got the signs like the theater.
It's
and like,
beautiful.
It's beautiful. So, but these universities are fucking massive. They have a lot of money. They're doing a lot of, as you know, Haslam School of Business. I look across there's the Haslam Business School. It's like, that's the school, right?
They're building a new one.
Across the street, 5 stories and all this shit. How much billions of dollars?
Up.
So,
stadium rebuild.
That's an old stadium. That was early 1900s. Like you go to the backside by the river and you look, you're like, shit, that shit is.
That's where they threw the goalpost.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, but if you have population decline, if you have an increase in AI usage, if you have universities that really aren't skilled up, and not talk about Tennessee, just overall in general.
Oh, yeah.
That don't have the money. You have a ton of money going to college athletics, which is being used up in the NIL and now government's involved, which no one wants them involved. But it's like, but it's like leaving the kids in the room. So like, hey, don't fuck up the room. I'm just going to run down the hall for 5 minutes. And you come back, you're like, holy shit. We need to bring the principal and the board of directors in here to fix this shit, right?
Right, yeah.
What happens if like, fuck, what is college doing? Like, we've talked a lot about this. Where's the money going? How much can tuition continue to go up? The cost of living in a college area is so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And then these kids are not getting jobs. So they're applying, they're looking around. There's a professor, I can't think of his name, whatever, I can link to it, but he's giving a presentation. He's at Stanford. He's talking to engineers, smartest engineer kids in the world, right? And he's like, raise of hands, how many kids in here are having a hard time getting a job? And they're like seniors, bro. Like they're looking out to the future. This just happened. And they're all like, fucking can't get a job. And he's like, I'm going to help you because you're thinking about it wrong. So he's like trying to help them get a job. But if they can't get a job and then other people can't get a job, and I get it, they're trying to get a job in a marketplace that maybe doesn't need them anymore. So the kid who wants to become a financial advisor can maybe go, I don't know. What happens to all this stuff, right? Because like you just said before, the whole system's all fucked.
Yeah.
And then some schools are saying, we're going to roll out AI. But my question would be, is that, okay,
yeah,
a good idea? Who the fuck's teaching it? The professor that doesn't know how to use AI is going to teach you how to use AI? That's like the history teacher becoming the gym teacher.
Yeah.
Because he's got weird shorts and he's going to be the guy staring at you. Like, that's strange. I don't think he's the guy that's going to teach me how to play soccer.
I mean, this is what it is.
So this is the guy that's going to, this English professor.
Yeah.
Because they said the word AI first. Congratulations, you're head of the AI department. I know it's not going to be exactly like that, but some of these schools can't go hire some fucking engineer to come teach the kids how to fucking use AI. And honestly, the kid's better off just fucking using it.
And it's, usually what you'll do is you'll get folks from the, computer sciences who can talk to you about how the engine works in AI.
Yeah.
But they're not really teaching you how to apply it.
Correct.
So you're getting an education to become a back-end developer, an engineer. That's already kind of Who gives a shit? I mean, honestly, when you see the work that Claude can do, and if Mythos drops, I mean, they're just going to keep getting better and better.
Apparently, and I looked it up, there's somehow some people in corporate have a rollout of it. Or not our corporate. We don't have corporate. In our headquarters, corporate. But you can then go, like I just pulled up Greg Eisenberg, the Startup Ideas podcast, whatever. He'll have people on and they'll talk and you'd be like, this guy is techie or whatever. No, he's fucking showing you how to use it. In 30 minutes, he's like, if you follow, and for someone who some people might watch, you're like, what is he saying? And other people are like, okay, so I do this. And then you're just doing it. Doesn't mean day one you figure it out.
No.
It might be 3 years from now, but you fucking
I'm on year 4 of just working with it constantly. And I'm like, I'm learning.
You cannot learn that shit in college.
No.
Now, I'm not saying college is bad. It's not, I'm saying like the structure of it. Like, where does it go? The amount of money that's being poured into it. Because when Haslam builds a new school of business, so tuition's got to pay for some of that. I know they have endowments and they have all this type of shit, but that they're protecting their endowment more than anything. And that, again, all these universities are. These are hedge funds. These aren't fucking places they're not academic institutions anymore.
Well, again, it goes back to this idea.
The professors are terrific. This is not saying, this is like, again, this is the corporate, like you might like your football team.
Sure.
I like the players, I like the fucking owner's an asshole. Both things can be true at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, you're dealing with large institutions. It always comes back to how's it incentivized and what's its overall purpose. But that goes back to what we were saying earlier, is that the system that has been running for decades and decades and decades is irrelevant now. It's just we haven't all agreed that it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because we haven't come up with the next thing. So we keep kicking the can. I mean, when you have entry-level jobs just disappearing, I mean, what was the recent statistic? It was 20% or more. It was more than 20%. Entry-level jobs, college students graduating last year or this year, what percentage of them were not able to find jobs? And again, going back to something you said before about, the boomer generation, again, or people that just don't understand if they're, much older, is, well, they just need to work harder, or these kids just think everything should be handed to them. I'm like, well, sure, there's definitely instances of that, right? Yep. Like, it's just, but that's a lazy way to look at things. It was just like when that whole story came out about that kid in California who was using food stamps to buy gourmet lobster. That was like one instance. Now it's like, oh, it's a scandal. Everybody on food stamps is buying lobster. Oh, it was years ago. I think it was during the Obama administration.
Is that why Red Lobster went out of business?
No. Yeah. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah. We talked about it. But anyway.
Yeah. So
too much shrimp.
What's the percentage?
It's the fucking thing. And I wanted to skip it because market got material worse. The strongest signals I found, junior job postings fell 7% from August 24 to August 25.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help? I don't know.
No.
It doesn't. Another 11 percentage points below the same data in 24.
Well, facts are inconvenient right now. Let's keep going with the narrative. Yeah.
For whatever reason, I think chat sometimes, they just...
Yeah. And again, anytime you see like a headline, it's like, okay, well, just like my favorite, this is so ridiculous when there was, did you see that poll where 100% of MAGA supported the president's decision to strike Iran? 100%. I was like, guys, nobody fucking believes that this poll is even real.
Anything.
It was so stupid. Like, you cannot have 100%. And would you like poll 10 people? So there's always the questions of, okay, well, if you're going to give me a number, what's the data behind the number? Right? Digging. We talked a lot about this during COVID. They would have this salacious headline. It's like, but then once you dug into what they were actually citing, it's like, this is weak and loose as shit and based on 170 people. This would never pass, ever. But makes for a great headline, helps to boost the narrative.
Of course.
So again,
But like you said before, we see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's just like most everything now. And that's what a lot of people are like. Seek the truth. Don't assume anything.
But you know what? On a positive note here, right? Yes, we're seeing all that, but this is the normal cycle of things changing.
Yes.
This is nothing new. We just happen to be alive for it. So we're watching things accelerate, fall apart, and what comes out of it, we're going to be responsible for. And I think that's what people have to ultimately come around and say, okay, well, we can sit around and be like, well, it's not fair. Or we can get to work, make decisions, and figure out, all right, how are we going to make this work for everybody? Because AI and the old economy,
there you go,
and everything that we've been a part of, it affects everybody. So everybody has a stake in it. It's not just it affects me. This isn't something that just affects, middle-aged bald men with video game level beards. Thank you to whoever that was that commented. My kids thought it was awesome. I was telling Amazon to make this beard Kratos' beard.
I love that.
Yeah, that guy was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think ultimately that's what it's going to come down to. So I don't want to,
No, but here's some numbers. This is, again, a study.
Mm-hmm.
Only 30% 2025 college graduates and 41% of 24 graduates found entry-level jobs in their fields. Well, half of them basically felt unprepared to apply for such positions.
Yeah.
And then 3/4 of employers reported that they were hiring the same or fewer entry-level employees compared to 69% the year before. It's a 7% increase. And again, I don't know who they're fucking asking, but that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And there's multiple reports. It's not just one source that's coming from multiple places.
Yeah. Well, and all that data is going to be available from the university. I mean, especially when they're trying to raise money, they have to be able to show, look, the return on investment of kids.
And universities are hiding a lot. So there's some of these universities. It's so many college applicants the last few years. So you'll go to some of them. The reports that they're showing are from 2024.
Yeah.
They're not showing their last year's class. It's April of 26 as we record this. You can listen to this anytime you want.
Yeah, you can.
It's just evergreen.
Technology.
It's amazing. Anyway, they're not reporting what was last year because the numbers were so out of whack. And what they don't want is they don't want more kids applying, because then that would be like, because if you're like, well, if the number went from, let's say it was a 60% admitted rate to 30, cut in half, the kids be like, well, I have fucking no chance of getting in. I'm not even going to fucking apply.
Interesting.
And so then they do that. And then that number goes down and their yield rate goes down. So they want a number of kids that are going to apply and come to school here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just crazy. So they're almost hiding it as long as they possibly can.
Yeah.
But then this class of kids, they don't know. They're running blind. And then they're all and the kids now, what they're saying is they're deferring the kids because they were doing this thing where like, they knew their numbers, like overbook an airline.
Yeah.
Because 10 of these fucking people aren't going to show up.
Yeah.
So we have spots for you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in. Then they get in. College is like, we know we're going to get 7,500 kids in our class. And guess what? 9,000 show up on day one. They're like, holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say no now. We just got to fucking put them in a hotel. Or we're going to stick them in the fucking conference room and put 15 kids in there. It's great. But don't worry, you'll still pay full tuition. It's fine.
Yeah. Biggest waste of money of your life.
It's crazy that they're doing this shit. And so now what they're doing is they're just, this year, they're deferring kids because they're waiting to say, okay, Jimmy accepted, so Jimmy's in. Tammy didn't accept, so call this kid. And he, you know what I mean? So now they can play the numbers on the back end and they're running new shit. Now, other universities are like, no one's coming. Elon and Queen's University in Charlotte, Elon's like outside near Greensboro or whatever, they just merged because they've had the lowest classes. So you have a private institution that charges a lot of money, $50,000 in just tuition alone.
Mm-hmm.
And their numbers were 17% down.
Yeah.
And Queens is like, it's just not growing here, even though right in the city, it's just a small school, liberal arts, whatever. So they're like trying to figure out ways that we have to merge. Because if we don't merge, we're going to go out of business. And if a university goes out of business, that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like then you have all that real estate that's fucking gone. Like,
It goes back to...
Oh, I like that.
When there's no vision, the old system is no... we're just going to pull out all the stops here. The emperor has no clothes, man.
Beautiful.
Naked as shit.
Yeah.
And people are finally starting to realize that, but it's hard to justify it because nobody wants to feel like they've been so stupid and duped for so long. So it's like, no. It's like when you hear examples of like, oh, this is 4D chess. It's like, no, okay. We don't want to feel like, yeah, no, this all makes sense because the economy is going to operate like this. And this is why it's still really important to get into this good school district so that you can get into a good college, because when you get out of college, you can be unemployed and move back home. Right? That's, it just doesn't work. It's like, okay, so if I'm on this upward trajectory, to what is that upward trajectory pointing? To a great job and you get a college and a great career where you can then have retirement like all the rest of the baby boomers.
Yeah,
no, it's not there anymore. It's not.
So now what you have Gen X, let's say Gen X kids, their kids are going to college.
No, they're not, because Gen X knows better.
No, they're going to go to, they're in college.
Yes, they're in college, yeah.
And they're spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
And even I underestimated how expensive college is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at me like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Make sure you take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to come out on the other end of it. That retirement account, that stuff is like, what do you have to do? You need to cover. So that's what's going to happen at scale.
Yeah.
A lot of debt, a lot of money used up. And so you have to keep fucking grinding, keep going. And I don't have any interest of like, I want to retire and I'm checking out. No, I love this shit.
No, I couldn't either.
I'm going to keep podcasting or whatever they're going to, maybe they'll change it.
But again, it's not oh, so it's just all fucked and we should just, no. It just means, look, we're all starting to wake up to this. So we have the opportunity to really be intentional and say, what is the future going to look like? And stop letting people who don't have a vested interest in the long-term future tell you that, well, if you're on the left or if you're on the right, or you're seeing even a lot of the folks that have been carved into these different camps coming to the middle going, hey, how about you guys shut up?
Most of the people aren't that extreme.
No, they aren't, right? But again, on social media.
But you can go into bubbles. Oh, yeah, if you go on social media, but that's
but that's not real world.
I heard a number. You always say this a lot. You always say you're talking to a bot. Yeah. I don't know. Someone told me the number, whether it's true or not. 52% of the interactions on social media are with bots.
That's bullshit, yeah.
And this guy, he's like, I had fucking no idea. Even if it's half true.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, right? It goes back to what we're saying, is that this engine, social media, content, finding people, getting it in front of the right audience. When you have this much AI slop and bots that are out there, when people lose trust in the system starts to collapse, right? It just does. And that's any kind of system. If it's social media, if it's universities, if it's the economy, it just starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
So human trust is the key, And I don't know. I mean, social media is going to have to reinvent itself. Every institution has to reinvent itself. But when you reinvent yourself, it's because you're reinventing yourself to a newer context. And that context is what a vision is, and we don't have it. We don't.
That's big picture.
That is, but that's what trickles down to everything else.
Trust could also be built in your own story that you tell yourself, which is what we've been doing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So if you look at the growth of, we talked about opioids before, sports betting, it's constantly growing.
Yeah.
Keeps going up, right? So then what that does is it feeds how many people watch the game. Then that feeds the network or the streaming channel, whatever you want to call it. And it's just more. Then the league can now have a new media deal that makes billions and billions. Like the NFL is we're just good. So we all know what the NFL is doing. It's entertainment.
Yes.
It's to sell you more advertising. It's to lock you in. It's to sell you more sports betting, more beer sales, car sale, whatever that shit is, right? Doritos. And it's all baked on. The Doritos and Coke and Budweiser doesn't fucking exist without that. They need that thing where we all show up and watch the fucking game. And your team,
for sure,
the Cleveland Browns might win 3 games, right? But whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You still show up or someone's showing up. A lot of people are fucking dialed in.
Of course.
And you can enjoy that. And you can bet on the games, but then it can lead to addiction. And it's all this shit. And they're selling it, right? Because you have the sports betting apps on a college campus. Again, here we go. It's the same thing as fucking heroin. They're just bet on the game. It's $5. It's fun. You'll watch the game. You'll have a great time.
Yeah.
And then you do it again and again and again. And then not everyone's going to get addicted. Some people have fun. Maybe I lost a few bucks. Maybe I won a few bucks.
Right.
But maybe just this kid over here is fucking addicted.
Yeah.
And that's the number one growth thing. So you talk to these mental health institutions, and obviously alcohol addiction continues to rise, and drug addiction is gambling addiction.
Yeah.
And it's happening to young men, affluent, who have access to money. A lot of them are in the finance world. So they just constantly have to play the game over and over again.
Yeah.
So I'm betting on the stock market during the day, and I'm watching the fucking NBA game at night, and I got to put some fucking cash on that shit. And it's just constantly grows.
Next thing you know, you're getting in bed with the mafia, and it's just
yeah, I mean, fuck, well, they were doing that. The players were doing that shit. So, I mean, and I think a lot of people are balancing a lot of shit right now. You talk about millennials or Gen Z, let's say. Gen Z is called that, the book, Jonathan Haidt, right? The anxious generation. So the most anxious generation we've ever had. Baby boomers are like you always talk about, just men would say,
stuff it deep down.
Stay deep down, right? Yeah. And we would all hear that from a baby boomer.
We would all do that.
Right.
Still do it.
But they're balancing that with, then you're throwing in can't afford a house, have a child, and do what with childcare? The childcare costs more than my job.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that doesn't, and that's been kind of the thing. Then they can't get into the child. So in some cities, like Charlotte or whatever, oh no, I can't get in. There's too many people here. So the infrastructure's broken. So they're dealing with both sides of this. Gen X, I think, is dealing with both sides in the sense of they have kids, and the kids are ranging of ages. But if you have young kids, the sandwich generation, which the boomers had, so you have the kids and the parents, and so you're managing that situation. And now they're living longer, so they're gonna be around longer, which is a good thing, right? So I think it's a lot of balancing that everyone's doing. In the middle of all of it, they're trying to build their career, work, make something happen, and then they're being told your job might not fucking exist tomorrow.
Yeah,
and that's a lot to fucking manage. And then, and then it's just weird. I don't know. And I'm not saying I have an answer for that, or I'm just saying that's
I do. I've been giving it to you the whole show.
I know you said it 4 times and I don't want another TED Talk. I'm just saying
it's not.
These generations, they're all good. And I think it's the betas. They're going to fucking save the day.
Listen, it's simple. Everything you're just describing reinforces what I'm saying the entire time.
But I'm so sick of listening to you that I wanted to talk.
I know. You wanted to get some action in on this, and that's great. And it's your way of connecting with me at a deep level, and I appreciate that. It's the beta in you. But I mean, this is what it means. If you have no vision for the future as a country, seriously,
I know.
It's the thing that drove our entire system that we have today when it had relevance after the Great Depression, after World War I, after World War II. Boom, we were off to the races. All of a sudden, this isolationist country is now the dominant power in the world.
Yeah.
We were incentivized. We had this vision to never do this, to always be like this. And that has carried us to where we are today in a very sloppy way. Lots of perverse incentives. Has not really set us up for long-term growth at all. We incentivize short-term gains over long-term planning. Why? Oh, because, these things we're easily distracted. And so all the things you just described, with our generation hanging on to parents, like caring for parents because long-term care insurance doesn't really cover that. It hasn't for years.
Oh,
so you have, it's just, you have all these things where you're now caring for your parents and you're caring for your children and you're working a job and you're deeply in debt. And, it just starts stacking on top of it. And then when you've got 2 decades of 0% interest rates or low interest, you get a comfort like, okay, well, I can borrow against this. It's fine. Then all of a sudden when COVID hits and what was it, like some 40% of small businesses went out of business in 6 months because of COVID and all the restrictions, and those were never compensated for. So you have a massive dip in the economy on that side. And then you've got, like increases in prices and everything else. And then you have these measures by the Fed to say, well, we're going to keep raising interest rates so that we can get inflation under control. And that's not really helping the majority of people at all because number one, they've been used to these 0% interest rates. Companies, it's more expensive to borrow money, so they're not hiring as much. AI is just burning up. And oh man, even if AI doesn't replace the jobs, it's a good story and a good reason why we can fatten the shareholders' pockets by making sure we don't have these jobs. And oh, by the way, 3 quarters from now, when we realize AI can't honestly replace these jobs, we're going to have to hire all those people back. Well, that looks good for us too, because now we're hiring and now job growth looks really good. And we had a 25% increase in job growth. Is that based on like an accumulated effect over years? No, it's just based on the last job growth, numbers. So if you had a massive layoff and it was super low, and then all of a sudden you see this growth, it's like 25% increase in, it's bullshit. And it's like we just keep running the same cycle and everybody is aware of it, whether they're able to articulate it or not. And it's because we don't have a reason for why should I go to college? Why should I do this? Why should I support this? The why is not there at all. That's it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That simple.
Yeah. It's good shit still going on, buddy.
Oh, I am all for it. Listen, dude, I am an optimist about the future. 100%.
Because you came in here happy, coffee.
I am.
And I don't want people to get the wrong impression.
No, but here's the thing, right? The worst thing to ever feel is disempowered. But when you are aware of what's happening and what's going on, then you can start to realize, all right, here's what kind of agency I have in this, right? So I'm not somebody who's going to say, oh, it's just all this. We don't have a vision. Poor us. No.
But if they catch a clip of you.
Yeah, so don't clip it. Don't, be discreet. Don't misclip it.
No, it won't
just to raise people's blood pressure. Fuck you. Clip that.
Yeah, I like it.
You do. That's the alpha in me.
Well, it's like, how many wins did the Browns have last year?
I don't know. I don't care. I stopped watching.
So if they won a few more.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson looks like he's going to be the quarterback again.
You could win 50% more games and still might not be enough.
Here's the thing, man. This goes back to something I like to say a lot. Put down your phone. My buddy Paul would say this all the time, and it was very good. Put down your phone and go talk to your neighbor. That's what ultimately matters. I do think we have painful times that are here already, but are going to get much worse because we don't really have anybody trying to solve a problem. It's just can kicking continuously.
You're trying to solve that shit.
Who?
You.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about it, but what can I do other than talk about it right now?
That's on a podcast. Look at that.
Yeah. But you have way more agency in this than, and not just you, but I mean, everybody does. I'm optimistic about the future. Do I think it's going to hurt in the short term? Fuck yeah.
But all what you're saying, it goes back to the core of what we talk about and what we said at the beginning. That's why fucking CDs and vinyl are making a comeback. And that's not
How did you pull that back to CDs?
Because it's exactly what it is. People are longing for something that just isn't
that they can touch.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like you said, You can see your neighbor in 3D.
Yeah.
In real, we think, right? Whatever.
Don't kill your line. Keep going.
No, because like Metaverse and shit like that, we don't know what exists. I just had to say
you were playing to the algorithm now.
No. I'm just saying like, yeah. That's it.
That is it. It's all good.
Listen to some music. Listen to some fucking Tom Petty, man.
There you go. Go old school.
You could.
No, wow.
It's not that old school.
I know.
70s, 80s.
But think about
That's why people are fucking coming back to that stuff.
Yeah. Give me a CD. Don't give me Spotify.
Yeah.
I want to own the product.
Because they tell you what to listen to next.
Yeah.
Not the record store. You used to go to a record store and listen, put on those dirty ass headphones and just listen to someone else's fucking, and you just put it all up in your ears and shit. Yeah. Please.
Okay. Great example of this. It's not about the music necessarily, but I happened to stumble into a coffee shop, bar. This is over there off Sardis Road. So if you're in Charlotte and you're listening to this, it's a place called Mother of Dragons. So they got like games, there's role-playing games and other stuff in there. But when you walk in there, it doesn't look like a comic book shop. This place is classy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, dude, this is a cool concept. Like it's, you don't have screens everywhere. You've got tables where people can sit down. They're nice. The bar looks nice. Coffee shop, I mean, it just looked good. I was like, I'd come in here and do some work.
Yeah.
Or I could come in here and game with my kids or whatever.
Well, that's what they're doing.
And I was like, that is cool.
That's what they're building. So whether it's a music store, what's the place called?
Mother of Dragons.
Mother of Dragons, whatever. Okay, so there's all these different, that's where you can build that. Like there's things in like board game.
Yes, this is what this place is.
Yeah. So that sort of thing's popping up. Even breweries are having to change because we're talking about alcohol. So people are drinking less because there's more, because Andrew Huberman's got a podcast and people are like, oh, wait, alcohol might be bad for you, right? So it's like, and then everyone else comes out and be like, well, that's going viral.
Going on 4 years right here, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew.
So they go to I want to go to a brewery. Like I told you early this year, my daughter had a concert, playing in a band, go there, and it's a Cleveland Browns. I can't think of the name, Heist Brewery, maybe someone else, but it's all Browns fans. But anyway, so you go there and they're definitely drinking.
That's got to be a sad bunch.
Right? Yeah. What else are you going to do? But no, these breweries are having to come up with mocktails, different type, coffee, tea, shit like that. And it's changing. Like, so people are taking, maybe we're selling you more beer, Anheuser-Busch, whatever. And like, nah, fuck, I don't want your beer.
Yeah.
Or if you do, you do.
No, the best is hop water. Have you ever gotten hop water?
I haven't gotten it.
It's the hoppy, there's no alcohol.
So it feels like you're drinking.
I mean, it gives that hoppy IPA flavor, but it's sparkling water.
A lot of the mocktails have like a lot of ginger in it, give you a bite, give you something. So it makes you feel like and that's great.
You know what they're doing? They're selling you bullshit. They're selling you an illusion at the same price, if not more.
But you know what? But maybe you're not drinking. Because a lot of times I talk to a guy says he's like every day, 5 o'clock, he had to go to the fridge and have a drink.
Yeah.
Grab a beer. He's just like, so what he had to do, again, this is a replace habit.
That was me, dude.
This is like Atomic Habits type stuff, Power of Habit. And you like, instead of that, he just realized he needed a drink. So a drink may be a glass of club soda. Yeah. Or it might be whatever. Or it might be a mocktail.
Well, no, I mean, I've replaced mine with like sparkling water and kombucha. I mean,
and some people throw it in wine glasses. Like they throw it in like the martini glasses.
I drink out of my old beer mug.
Yeah.
I do. And I've kind of replaced that as well.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So people are taking, so it's like, you know what? It's like they say, they don't teach finance in school. They really don't. They like how to do money. And that's annoying because like a lot of people won't have the power. But if you do, have some sort of access to that.
Yeah.
YouTube, Warren Buffett's got books, the library, you can learn about it. It's just hard because I get it because most people aren't going to fucking do that. I'm just saying you can. So if you want to learn how to use AI, you just start fucking using it.
Yeah, that's the best way. Don't read a book about it or take a course because by the time that thing is out, it's already antiquated.
Yeah. Watch a YouTube video and you're like, this sucks. Go fucking find another one.
Yeah.
How do I do this? I don't know. Test this shit out. But I get it because we talked about this last time or another time. You don't have the fucking time to do it. Some people are like, when am I going to fucking do that? I have a job. I got to come home. I got to make dinner. I got to help my kid with the homework and blah, blah, blah. And this, that, and the other. And this company's over here is just fucking killing it. And they're printing money.
Yeah.
Like people talk about they're utilizing these AI tools and they just watch their bank account just go down, not in a bad way because they have so much money and that code's just fucking constantly going. The Claude Code is just doing it. Like, I'm out of tokens. Like, you just fucking buy more tokens. I don't fucking make a mistake.
Yeah.
Well, I spent $15,000 yesterday on tokens. That's okay. One thing, it's cool that someone could do that. On the other end, it's so out of touch.
Yeah.
Because there's someone over here, you'd be like, that's how much they pay for their rent in a year.
Yeah.
And it's just, so you're going to, like what we talked about before, the divide.
That is it. Time is the divide. I mean, it really is. If you don't,
I mean, my shit's writing all sorts of crazy shit in there right now. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably listening to us reporting back.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I want to see Mythos. I'm just fucking let it out. Let's let it rip.
Fuck you. No.
Yeah.
Dig into it a little bit more. I'm like, I don't know.
You see those motherfuckers also on the other side of the moon last night? And this is where like NASA, or you don't think it's real?
If it's real.
Yeah, I knew it. People are getting mad about it because they're like, someone took a picture and you can see Earth.
Yes, I saw that.
That was fucking cool. So you see Earth. And so it's like, where are all the fucking stars? And they're like, you fucking dumb fuck. Because it's like if you go outside in the middle of the city and look up in the sky, you're like, gotta see shit.
You're not going to see anything. Yeah. Light pollution.
Yeah. It was funny though. It's like, that was cool though to see.
I take everything back about what I said about being optimistic about our future. We're just dumb as shit. No.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, this is what's wrong with us. But it's cool. I think that shit's fascinating. I mean, maybe we should have been doing this a long time ago. I don't know. Or maybe it doesn't matter. Or it's not fucking real. But I think it's real.
What, the moon?
That they're on the other side of the moon.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
It's fun.
Does it affect me right now?
Of course it doesn't. Most of the shit. None of the shit. Honestly, most of the shit doesn't.
It doesn't.
Even if you're not fucking using AI, you're good, dude.
Yeah. Just go out in the woods,
Van Halen, buddy.
Yeah.
I keep saying shit. Like,
that's good. You know what else is great about not drinking? All the time you've got for heroin.
Yeah.
And on that note.
Yeah. No, it's like, I just don't understand fucking, like.
I don't either. I've never understood it. To me, I was always like, that just seems terrible.
And they're shooting heroin.
I know. That's why. I was like injecting myself like right into the, I was like, oh God. Like,
but that's why opioids, I guess the pill, more expensive, but it's like easier.
I guess. But let's not encourage that.
No, we shouldn't. I get it, man. This is good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Always good to see you. I guess we'll do this again in a year.
Friendship.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
I like it. I'll take it.
See ya.